Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole, and here we love all things beauty. We like to do makeup, we like to do unboxings, we like to test new products. So for today's video, this is actually what we're going to be doing. We are going to be playing with the very new launched Natasha Denona Pastel palette. This palette is my first bigger palette from her brand. I'm obsessed with all of her little mini $25 palettes. And I'm not gonna lie, they are a little bit on the spendy side, but the formula is just amazing. So as soon as I seen this, it launched in the UK first, but I had seen it on Trend Moods page. It is just full of beautiful pastels. And lately, the pastels have kind of gotten me. So we're going to be playing with that. Again, if you're new here, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me out of all the pastels in the world, what color is your favorite? So anyways, I'm going to clip my hair back. We're going to do the intro. And then we're going to jump into the eyes. Okay, so I prime my eye and I use the Glam Light Icing. And what shade is this? The Glam Light Icing eyeshadow base. And white frosting. So this is what I'm using to prime my eyes because I know that pastels don't usually like to show up on just, bare skin. So I'm going to use a pigmented base that's going to blank out our canvas. I'm going to start with one eye and then I'm going to probably do the other one off camera and then come back with a finished face and then give you my thoughts on this palette, whether I think it's worth your money. Also, on that note, I will be inserting swatches, and I will be doing that now. To start out the crease look, I think I'm going to jump into the color Feather, and I'm just going to put that right in the crease to start us out. And I'm also probably going to be looking down here quite a bit because I do have a mirror. We got creasing, and we don't want that. Okay. I guess, let's see if I can zoom you in. All right. So I immediately had seen this launch on Trend Mood, and the moment that I saw it, I kept going back in my head and trying to decide whether I thought it was going to be worth the money and if I was finally ready to pull the trigger on a bigger Natasha Denona palette. I also know that pastels are very, very difficult to make and not always the easiest to work with. It's hard to get the pigment to show up. So like first swipe on this, it wasn't wanting to show, but after some building up, it's showing up. It's doing a lot better in person than what it is via the camera, but nonetheless, it's blending very, very, very easily, which I appreciate. I'm just doing little circular motions, just building up that crease. We're just going to go for a very simple look today. But nonetheless, playing with some color. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do is take this shade Bora Bora, not that one, this one, Bora Bora, and I'm gonna work that on the outer portion and up into the crease just a tiny bit, just for a little bit of depth. And I'm gonna switch to a smaller, more precise blending brush. I'm just gonna stamp motion on the outer. And then a little bit more, and then up into the crease, just to build a little bit more depth. Okay, I'll grab a larger blending brush. Okay, so I believe this is one of those cream. Yes, it is a cream to powder formula. It's not wanting to pick up on the brush very well, but we're gonna make it work. All right, so then next I'm going to see how many colors we can get on this eye, I guess. That's what the goal is today. So I'm going to go in with this very beautiful periwinkle. I think that's the road that we're going to go down. And the shade name is Bubble. And this is also, I believe, another cream to powder formula, and we're just going to lay this right next to the shade Bora. And build that up just a tiny bit and blend it in. And I'm also going to grab Bora back on the first brush we used and blend it in just a tiny bit more. And just lightly go over the top of that, so that way it goes together very seamless. All right. And then, I think I'm going to go in, and this could be a total mistake, but we're going to go for it anyway, because why not? Okay, we're going to go in with this minty shade called Brisk. And then if it doesn't go the way I want it to, I will just cover it up with something else. I'm just packing this on since it's a lighter shade. And then when I go to blend it, it's probably going to disappear a little bit. So I just want to pack it on first before I start blending. See, yeah. It's not wanting to lay down the greatest. Because that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with my finger and pick a little bit up and then tap it right where I want it. Okay, I'm going to take the brush that we used for bubble and I'm going to pick a little bit more of that up, go back over, and try to blend this together a little bit. Yeah, not particularly what I wanted. But nonetheless, we're doing it. It's about having fun, not about being perfect. Plus, I never said that I was a makeup artist. Just somebody who thoroughly enjoys makeup. Okay, so I'm getting a small patchy spot where it's not necessarily wanting to lay down. And that's honestly not the formula's fault. That would be my primer's fault. So we're just probably going to go over the top of that. I'm just trying to figure out which one I would like to go over the top with. I think we're going to stick more to the bluey purpley pink theme and go with the shade Duet. And Duet is like a really, really pretty duochrome. It's like a purpley pink with a little bit of a blue shift. Oh, see? Okay, yeah. You can thoroughly see that that's changing. We are just going to go right over the top of what we did because I'm not fond of it. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so the camera is picking it up more. When I go this way, it's more blue. It's more pink when I turn that way. Okay, I like this color. I am a fan. We're getting some fallout, but that's part of the reason I have not done my foundation yet. It's just for that very reason. Okay, so to do the inner corner, we have the perfect highlight shade in this palette. And that perfect shade is the shade Illusion, which is also another duochrome. But we're going to use it anyways. So this one is, it's like a white, but it shifts more pink. And it has a little bit of icy blue in it. Okay, so the camera's not wanting to pick it up. But it changes. Yeah, that's pulling very pink on the camera. And blend that in. See, it just totally lit up the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna go back and blend a little bit more of feather up into the crease. All right, so here is the quick and simple eye. I'm going to jump off camera. I'm going to complete the other eye. I'm going to do my foundation, my base, and then I'm going to come back and we will complete the under eyes. And we'll probably use different colors that may or may not work with it, but we're going to try to squeeze in as many colors as we can because why not? So, I will be right back. We are back. Okay, so we got the base done. We got the lips done. We got the mascara done. We're just going very light-handed. I didn't want to put on lashes and take away from this look. So coming back, I think we're going to spice it up with a green. A pastel green, and this is the color Zest. So we're going to go in with Zest with a very light hand. And adjust my mirror. And we're just going to hug that in to the lower lash line. And again, because it's a pastel, it's going to take probably a little bit of building, but we'll get there. Touch up that inner corner since doing my base kind of ruined it. Get that back nice and bright. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more up and in. All right, so there is the green. bring that out a little bit on both sides to try to make it blend a little bit more. Yeah, I like the green. This gives it a little extra pop. Okay, and then we will finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Lash Beats Defining and Lengthening Mascara. It's not my favorite. It has a very thin wand. And I believe it's supposed to be a dupe for the Maybelline Sky High. But we're just going to go very lightly on the bottom lash line, because I don't want to do too much to take away from the pastels. And I probably have the crappiest eyelashes in the world. Last but not least, I'm going to decide if I want to throw in another color to the waterline, if I have a decent color to add. Maybe an aquamarine or a yellow. This might be too yellow though. Okay, maybe we won't add anything to the waterline. But anyways, back to the start of the show. So, you know, $65 is very steep for this palette. I'm sure that there's a lot of different options out there for different pastels, but I will say I thoroughly enjoyed the look that I came up with. It was very simple, and I'm excited to keep playing with this. So, I would say that it was probably worth the money for me. I do love the way that it blends out. It takes a little bit of building up the pigments to get them where you want them to be, but it's not terrible. They aren't completely blending away. They aren't, you know, building, and I don't know. I think it's a perfect springtime palette. So if, you know, you have the extra money to spend and you want to add another Natasha Denona to your collection, I would say go for it. Again, that is today's video, and if you wouldn't mind, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I've been trying to upload every week on Saturdays, but I do have to keep up with 2 small children, and it's not always manageable to be able to find the time to film. So please bear with me on that. I'm trying to get a solid routine and schedule put together so that way I could become a little bit more consistent. If there's any videos that you have recommendations for or that you would like to see, please leave some down below. And that's everything.